You want me to answer your question, Tristan, even though you won't come on the mic? No, that GIF is not hilarious. Yes, it is not. Hot Dog Earth is not funny. I mean, I guess you're a person who doesn't really want to know the truth about where they live, because if you're putting out, cartoon images of Earth that are alternatives to the globe model, that's perfectly fine. But it's a pretty serious topic that you've got this globe model that you've been taught is where you live, and it turns out it's not actually where you live. And actually where you live is a flat stationary plane, just as it appears to be, just like you would assume it to be, being born onto this Earth and not experiencing any rotation, not observing any rotation, not finding verifiable evidence of any rotation, not finding any verifiable observations that we actually live on this globe. So, I mean, yeah, you can make a joke of it if you want, but, maybe one day you'll decide to take it more seriously and realize that reality is as you observe it. Can there be room for some humor? Of there can, Tristan. Yes, definitely. There's room for humor. Room for humor on a flat Earth. Lots of room. Nothing but room. No limitations. Oh, gosh, Tristan, I wasn't trying to embarrass you. I get it. You're new to the topic. Yeah, I mean, one reason you might find it amusing, I find the globe, itself amusing. So I get why you call the Hot Dog Earth amusing. I mean, they're on the same level. Like, your Hot Dog Earth is just as absurd as, this kind of stuff that NASA puts out. So I get it. If you think that's funny, just wait to hear about the spinning fantasy water ball that you're told you live on when you actually don't. Do you think that's funny? He kind of thinks that's funny. All right, Tristan. Hey, just you can talk to us. We're not that scary.
Got a quick one for you. What's the point of view on eclipse prediction amongst the group in terms of solar eclipses and the path of the shadow on the Earth?
They're not predictions.
About it, but he's gone on to definite, unfortunately.
They're not scientific predictions, so you're using predictions out of context?
Oh, yeah, not scientific predictions, but just the prediction in general. Right?
Oh, we don't deal with that. Are you talking about Nostradamus type of things?
No, just the ability to...
No, that's not predictions. It's not a prediction at all. Never was.
How come?
Because it's not a scientific prediction, that's why.
Yeah, but we can still say, hey, we know when the eclipse is going to be and where the totality path
That's just because the Babylonians and everyone back in the day didn't have iPhones and television sets. What they did in the evenings for millennia was stare at the fucking sky. And it works like a clock, right? Yeah. Repeating patterns over and over and over and over again, right? So all these guys said, hey, listen, look at all these fucking patterns. So it's prediction. It's the same like a prediction, like if I watched a clock for fucking 200 years and I suddenly predicted after 200 years that the hour hand will suddenly go from 12 to 1. That's not a fucking prediction. Get it?
Yeah, I understand that the pattern is there and repeating, or kind of repeats anyway. But the actual, those guys didn't have any means to know where the path of the totality was going to be on the Earth.
Not the totality.
And even the day, they could predict the day, and that was about all you could do, right?
No, not right. Citation, please.
I don't. That's just my understanding. I don't really have.
You have an understanding. You had to get it from somewhere. Let's see that shit.
I haven't got one, unfortunately.
All right.
But it's the Saros cycle, right? So thank you, Mary Mum, for posting the Saros link there. It is the cycle you're talking about, right? They identified those cycles that when eclipses would come. But I'm wondering, what about... So if you go to the page that Mary Mum has just posted, you can get a list of eclipses and the actual paths of totality. How is that predicted?
But no, it's not a prediction!
Why isn't it a prediction?
Oh my God, fuck off! Fuck off! You clown! Are you fucking hard of hearing? I just fucking explained it!
So maybe I have a broader understanding of the term prediction.
You don't have a broader understanding, you're a retard.
That ahead of time we can tell when an event will occur, right?
Yeah, it fucking cycles. So what? How does that prove a globe-tart?
Yeah, but the cycles...
That's kind of funny because in the last solar eclipse in the US, they mispredicted the totality of the shadow. They miscalculated
about that, Jamesy? What was the misprediction?
Well, they had to adjust the path of the totality because they were off by, I don't know, like 100 miles or something like that? Or
no, that is actually incorrect. They were not off by 100 miles.
So how many miles were they off?
My understanding was that the width of the path of totality was adjusted. The centroid of the path was known, but the width was adjusted because there's some variability in the width of the shadow that you can't predict ahead of time because you don't know what the sun is going to be in terms of its exact size.
Well, because it's not a prediction, like we just went over.
And because nobody knows the time of the hour of the whole of the phenomena. People can say the phenomena is going to happen, but the whole of the thing cannot be predicted 100% accurately. But you're just acting like someone can.
Within a second, it can be predicted that you can say where the path of totality will...
Change your
What would you like me to
vernacular. I'm
call-
stopping you every fucking time.
Okay, so what can I call it then?
I don't know. It's your fucking claim.
We know ahead of time very precisely when and where the path of
No, you
totality will be.
No, you
When you say we, do you mean like you and I?
Oh, well, me, I do, and the people that do these things.
The people that do them.
Yeah.
The path of totality. So
Yeah.
what was the width of that totality? Not the path, the width of it.
Width?
Yeah.
That varies, but the width is something that can also be predicted quite well.
That's not a prediction either.
Less, or that we can know what the width of the totality will be.
Why is it
to a
always
reasonably
smaller
high
than the
precision.
diameter of the moon?
Sorry, what?
That's a good question.
Why is it always smaller? Like fucking major times smaller than
Yeah.
the diameter of the moon?
It's because the sun is bigger than the moon.
The sun is what?
Bigger than the moon.
Bigger. That doesn't mean dick. And how do you know how big it is?
Did you get a penumbral shadow?
Penumbra. Yeah, sure. And fucking Spock was Bruce Lee's grandfather.
The forecasts of these things are pretty spot on, right?
Forecast. Yeah, that's not a
Is
forecast.
that a better word?
Yeah, no,
Forecast.
no, it's not.
Okay.
What about the Salanalian eclipse?
Yeah, I don't know too much about that. The geometry is the same, but
The geometry is the same.
but the observability of it depends a bit on where you are and
The observability of it. That's not what I'm talking about. How can they both be above the fucking horizon and have the shadow come down on the moon from the opposite side?
Well, the direction the moon comes down, whether it comes up or down, depends on where you're observing it from and which direction it
Yeah, you already said that. Who gives a fuck?
But I'm talking about solar eclipses in
Salanalian says
particular.
that's a nothing burger. You just repeated what you fucking said. That's not an answer.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about solar eclipses. I don't know too much about the Salanalian one.
It doesn't fucking matter anyway. It's all pseudoscience to begin with.
So he can predict but not predict the solar, but he cannot predict but can predict the lunar, but it's geometrical
Oh, I haven't
impossible,
done
but it
much
is
with the lunar,
possible,
that's
but it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense, all at the same time.
So I have some
It's
understanding.
Salanalian, by the way, not Senilinian.
It's the Celine Dion eclipse.
Yeah, Celine eclipse. So so most of the stuff I've learned about is primarily around lunar, solar eclipses. Sorry, not eclipses. of the
lunar
moon.
ones, not solar.
When we get a path of totality on Earth.
So there are observable phenomena that will not determine the shape of the ground you're standing on, and you're, like you said before, you understand by observing that you stand under the observation, you stand under the phenomena, but you don't understand it because you cannot go check the mechanism that cause the effect. You cannot science the luminaries or the heavens above, so you cannot determine the cause of the effect. So you trying to make a claim of the cause of the effect is just nonsense.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering whether you guys have an explanation for path of totality.
How come yours how come yours contradicts other parts of your so-called model?
So which T-dub? The
Convergent
about
sun
solar
rays,
eclipses here?
convergent and divergent light rays from the sun.
What's conflicting about that?
Well, that's not what they claim when it comes to Eratosthenes or seasons, etc. Right?
On
Then they
average,
claim parallel.
yeah. So it depends, right? What you're trying to work out based on the light from the sun. For some situations, it might be perfectly satisfactory to assume that the rays are parallel. If, say, for instance, you wanted to measure the angle of the sun, and you pick a point on the sun, that might be a good enough assumption. In the case of eclipses, you can't assume parallel rays. You need to know that the sun is bigger, and then you get light from all parts of the sun forming that shadow, not just purely parallel rays. Because if it's purely parallel rays, you get a purely cylindrical shadow, and you don't.
You can get the same shadow at night with the moon.
Which
How
shadow?
about that?
Sorry?
You can get the same shadow with the moon at night. How about that?
Which shadow you're talking about?
Oh, fuck.
We're talking about the shadow of the moon on the Earth, right? Which is what is
How
allegedly
about
happening.
you're an expert in eclipses. So let me ask you this. So I'm watching at east, and I see the moon just a little above the horizon. At east. So the sun went away a few minutes. Should I see a shadow at the moon? Yes or no?
Sorry, can you run that again?
According to your globe. So I see the moon at east, and the sun went away at west.
Yep.
I see the moon is just a little above the horizon. Should I see some shadow at the moon? Yes or no?
Shadow on the moon?
You don't even. Why I have to explain your globe?
Yeah, so which shadow are we looking for, Miguel?
I'm watching the moon at east. The moon is at east a little above the horizon. Just a little
on the
above the horizon.
horizon.
So the moon is at east. The sun went away at west. Should I see some shadow at the moon? Yes or no?
So some shadow of the Earth on the moon?
Yeah.
No, probably not, no.
So welcome to Flat Earth because you just debunk eclipses.
No, because the
You are so
moon
retarded. You are so retarded.
the moon isn't in the same plane most of the time as the sun and the Earth, which means that the moon can actually be in the sun when we can't see the sun, because it's very far away, right? So it can sit above the plane of the Earth and the sun, which is how we can see a full moon rising without any shadow of the Earth on it.
So eclipses don't work on your ball.
I know they do.
They do?
If you
How?
dig into this, Miguel, if you dig into
I'm
these...
asking to you a simple question. I'm watching the moon at east, a little above the
I
horizon.
told you.
According to your ball Earth, the sun went at west. So I should see some shadow at the moon. Yes or no?
No, you only see it under certain
Okay, so
circumstances because
it's finished. Okay, you are just a globe turtle.
no, because
It's finished. It's finished.
Moon's orbit is inclined to the ecliptic plane, which means that it's only when the moon is almost or in the ecliptic plane that you get a shadow from the Earth on the moon.
Begging your question.
Where'd you get a plane on your globe?
This is not a plane on the globe. This is the plane of the solar system.
So where'd you get? How'd you measure the plane? It just happens to be flat. How'd you measure the
We're in
plane?
debate with you now. Are we accepting the existence of a globe Earth and a solar system now, are we?
No, he said he invoked a plane.
Yeah.
You asked me to explain why Miguel asked me to explain why we don't always see a shadow of the Earth on the moon.
Yeah.
And you invoked a plane.
Aren't evidence.
You invoked a plane. So where'd you get the plane from? How'd you measure a plane?
So this is the plane of the ecliptic. It is where the sun. So if you imagine where the sun is directly overhead on Earth, and you draw a slice through that, that is that plane.
Overhead, like on
Yeah. So if you were to walk on Earth and mark the points where the sun is overhead at midday on a given day, and turn that into a plane, that is the ecliptic plane. It's a plane, basically a plane between the sun and the Earth, right? I don't know what it would be on the flat Earth. It's cylinder probably because the sun's going around circles right above some flat Earth. The moon is not always in that plane, which is why we don't always get a shadow. Which is why we don't get an eclipse every month. We get one, a couple of times a year.
You just did the back eclipses, lunar eclipses.
No, I didn't. I explained why we don't get one every time, Miguel. So the moon's quite far away.
The moon's orbit isn't like regular, is what you're saying?
It's regular, but it's not. So if you imagine a big flat disk, right, like a merry-go-round, and the Earth
regular.
It's regular, but it's inclined to the orbit of the Earth. So imagine
you might as well just say it's not regular because it's not perfectly regular.
It's highly regular, slightly elliptical, but it's highly regular. So imagine you're on a so imagine paraplegic, you're on a merry-go-round and you're spinning something on the end of a string as you go around, right? It's like you going around the sun and the moon going around you. If you spin that at an angle, you can still travel around in the merry-go-round, and that's what the moon's orbit is.
That's a circle. Like the your model, things kind of gravity just kind of the sun's gravity apparently like lets up on the Earth and says, "We'll let you go out a little further out here, and then we're going to start grabbing you to come back a little closer." So gravity's kind of irregular in that way, right?
No, it's very regular. But if you wanted to get into the details, the Earth's orbit is slightly eccentric, right? But it's not very. You can treat it as circular for the point of view of this, right?
Super regular, it would be circular. If
it's circular to within. So what's the eccentricity of the Earth's orbit? I don't know off the top of my head. It's
I'm just saying most of the shit they make up is elliptics. It's a freaking ellipse, right? So I mean, gravity's got to kind of pick and choose when it speeds up and slows down.
What the fuck is that?
The eccentricity is very close to zero. Like it's not.
Like your IQ.
0.016.
No, what the fuck is gravity? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's not eccentric at all. It's very close to being.
Yeah, we know it's.
Whereas the moon's orbit is relatively.
What is that? The moon's orbit? The fucking orbiting shit. The fuck orbiting where?
We were just talking about how the eclipse forecasting works.
I'm sorry, I just got back. It was boring the shit out of me. I had to take care of
So
something.
the solution to the eclipse forecasting is a geometric model.
There is no solution. Yeah. How's that prove a globetard?
Oh, it didn't say it did. I'm just saying this is where that data comes from.
Well,
what does that look like on a flat Earth? Right?
Eclipses aren't forecasting with a geometric model. Stop making shit up.
Oh, they are, Indio. I'm glad you're back.
No, they're not. Listen, I'll post a video in the chat from an astronomer that tells you exactly how they're predicted. And they don't use a globe. Sorry.
So what do they use then? What do they use then? What do they use India?
It's the coincidence of 3 cycles. I'll post it in the chat so you guys can learn something.
They don't use the solar cycle to predict the path of totality, though, unfortunately.
There's not a prediction. Dumb fuck. Shut up.
Well,
before I tear your ass up again.
All right, so how do they
Get out of this discussion, Euclidean. Shut the fuck up. We'll get to you next, dumbass.
Are you a mod?
No, we'll get to you next, dumbass. I'll tear your ass up again later. We're with Dazza in Indio. Shut the fuck up. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I'm going to just produce, man. You can smack around.
Stick it in. Yeah, so this is the mechanism they use to produce all of those tables on NASA's website, right? They take an ephemeris for the solar system and the moon.
There is no solar system.
This is how they do it. QA, right?
I don't give a fuck.
They have their imaginary ephemeris.
I don't see how they do it in the chat, dude. What are you talking about?
Sorry, what was that?
You said this is how they do it, and you started saying ephemeris, and I don't see any of that shit in the chat. What are you talking about?
I haven't posted it in the chat yet. So the way it works, I'll just describe it to you, right? They take the
I know how it works, Dazza.
So can you explain it then?
You don't.
Oh,
It's a coincidence of 3 cycles.
Oh my god. Hey, Dazza. Don't play the I'm not going to post my source. Then I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to ask you to explain it. That's freaking beta, bro.
The fucking weasel. It's a dumbass, too.
See, think about it this way, guys. How is any of us going to know which one of you is saying the correct thing? You're just saying, I'm not going to post it. I'm just going to explain it. Then Indio says, I know. So you say, okay, you explain it.
Okay, so we can go through the link that Mary Mum posted a while ago to the NASA catalogue site. They have a reference there talking about how the thing was generated. Actually, it's on that page.
Why don't you pull a citation and post it so we don't have to play this game?
So this so this is from the page that Mary Mum posted a while ago. A little paragraph about the prediction process.
It's not a prediction.
Okay, the forecasting process. They call it a prediction. We'll call it forecasting, right? So the forecasting process for eclipses.
It's not a forecast either.
Yeah. But in any case, this is how the data on the NASA Eclipse website was generated. You want me to just quickly read it out? They use
data. Are you going to read data?
No. Do you want me to read the predictions?
You said it was data. So it's not going to be data.
Sorry, what do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want?
I thought you wanted to know how. I thought you wanted to know
I know how. As soon as I find the video, I'm going to post it, dude.
Okay, yeah. So we can go through what they say here. Basically, you take the VSOP 87 model, which is what they use, and a lunar ephemeris. You brute force that through time until you find situations where the geometry of the Earth, Moon, and Sun is suitable for an eclipse. And you look in a bit more detail, and you work out the eclipse path over a period of time based on the geometry of those two ephemeris. And that's how they generate those.
Bro, I'm not into ephemeris. I prefer masculine men. Okay. So what's ephemeris, dude? You think people just know what ephemeris means?
Well, ephemeris is a description of the position of these things over time. So the solar system ephemeris, let's just say at any given time, where is the relative position of the Earth, Moon, Sun, and all the planets?
Planets. It sounds like a whole bunch of begging the question fallacies. In your little predictions here, there's the largest uncertainty that's not a prediction. The largest uncertainty in the eclipse predictions that's not a prediction is caused by fluctuation in the Earth's rotation. What? You got to demonstrate the Earth's rotating right fucking now.
I just spotted that, man. Just typed it in.
At the end of the day, right, they come up with something that's highly precise.
Wait a second.
Dude, that's circular reasoning. Hey, our predictions are off. Why are they off? Because they're off because the Earth's rotating differently than it normally rotates. How do you know that? Because our predictions are off.
Well, that's one of the ways, right? You observe the Earth in relation to everything else.
Oh my God, dude.
But on the flip side, there is no explanation for this at all.
Yeah, there is an explanation. This is all made up horse shit. That's what it is. That's the explanation.
It works.
Yeah, it works. That's a pragmatic fallacy. Yeah. Thanks.
It's better than no.
Hottest underwear works on the globe.
You just admit it doesn't work. Every time it doesn't work, they have to make up the excuse that the Earth's rotating differently. So it doesn't actually work.
They have that baked in. You don't have to do that. They understand the motion of the Earth, right?
Really? Do you? Share it with us.
So does like the Earth rotate differently when it's on its period or something? Or maybe it rotates differently when it's got a morning wood or something. I don't know.
Morning what?
What tidal influences, you know?
Yeah, what the fuck is this tidal forces? Tidal friction of the moon? What the fuck is that? The fuck, dude?
They're just making shit up themselves.
Hey, guys, so I posted a video for a professor of mathematics at Portland or University or something.
Yeah,
he goes through the whole process. Okay, and I posted something that from a mathematics professor at the University of Cambridge, right? That says you cannot use Keplerian orbits to predict eclipses because there's perturbations of the orbits.
Yeah. So, you don't use Keplerian orbits. You use the VSOP 87 ephemeris or better. Which
what do you think that uses?
It's not Keplerian. It includes perturbations.
Perturbations. This is a family show.
According to this guy, okay, this guy says you have to use the solar cycle because it's not accurate. Okay, so I'll give you an example where it was not accurate. 2017, the Great American Eclipse, right? You have Stellarium and Celestia. Both them use the JPL, the VSOB 97, whatever the fuck it is, ephemeris. Okay, and it got the eclipses wrong. They literally have in their forms that they had to turn it into an animation because they couldn't get it to work. So when you punch in the date for the date of the eclipse, it would show you an animation because when they just ran it from their ephemeris, it wouldn't overlap. You can go on their forums and even look now. Because last time I checked, it was still up. That was probably a year ago.
You're trying to render an eclipse, about to lose my headphone, in something like Stellarium is pretty hard. But in terms of predicting it...
There is no predictions.
But I have it on good authority by Zanuck, who's professionally licensed in every field ever that existed, that the globe Earth model is exact, it's precise, and it's perfect. And therefore, if there's any error in it, it can't exist. Or that's the case.
Of course, the globe Earth model doesn't exist. We just won't pay any attention to that.
we've got someone here named Just Call Me Mike. Did you have any questions? Just call me Mike. Mike. Are you new to the topic of flat Earth, Mike?
Noticed how they just moved on from you, Dazza, like you weren't even there.
Oh, yeah. I thought you guys were done. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was perfect. I was like, yeah, that's how it should go.
Yep. He's overdone.
Overdone. That's a good point. Yeah. Mike has ran away anyway, but it was worth a try.
Come on, Mike.
What's up?
Your sister's ankles.
Ah, got me there. Hey.
What's happening, Holmes?
Not much, man. I just got home. Let's chime in. Saw a lot of people. So I'm like, oh shit, let's do it. Let's get this back and going. And I saw yours.
I didn't know it was you. Shut the.
Oh. Well, that makes me feel very welcome.
You're okay. Just shut the fuck up. What is going on with you got a hot dog by you, or what the fuck is that?
That's that you can thank Timbo for that. The baguette. Call me a baguette boy.
Why the fuck would you put a baguette next to your name?
Because it's in what do you call it? It's in the spirit of Timbo.
In the spirit of
baguette. He called me baguette boy one night, so I'm like, oh shit, all right, I'll own it. So I hope you like it.
That was an intriguing story. Thanks.
It explains everything. So.
Explains everything. What about spontaneous parametric down conversion? Does it explain that?
Ask Timbo. He'll tell you.
It's an English-only channel. Thanks.
He's correct. Saros cycle doesn't predict the path of totality.
There are no predictions. I told you that.
Okay. It does if you have a priori knowledge of where the other ones were, because they shift. And when they shift, that means where they're going to appear in the sky is also going to shift.
Yeah, but that's not contained in the Saros cycle, Indy. The Saros cycle only contains information about the time that an eclipse will occur. The generation of
tells you where it is in the sky. It tells you where it is in the sky.
Yeah, but we're talking about where the eclipse is on the ground.
Yeah, how do you know where you are on the ground, dude? The sky.
Yeah, but to work out the path on the ground, you need more than the Saros cycle, right?
No, because you only need to know where your location is, relative how high the celestial equator is. That's all you need to know. And then you'll know where the eclipse is going to appear in the sky.
The Saros cycle has no information about the path, just time.
It does have information about the path because the new moon has a specific location. And that is one of the cycles, right? Where the moon's going to be when there's a new moon, we can calculate. Because there's a ratio from the number of days to when there's new moons.
Yeah, but there's also
the year to moon ratio. The sun to moon ratio. So
yeah, from that, you can see motivations, and cycles don't go forever, right?
Well, no, this cycle has other elements inside of it, right? So there's cycles within the cycles, and then the cycles also add up to make other cycles.
Yeah,
it's actually, I think it's 7 different eclipse cycles.
Yeah, and the Saros cycles have a finite time span. They cease to exist after.
Yeah, then they shift. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you know the location. After so many Saros cycles.
It would have a new cycle.
When there's a new cycle, where the cycle starts again, shifts by like 20 degrees or something. So you'll get to nearly the same pattern, but it'll be north or south of that.
Yeah, and nearly is a good term there. These things aren't exactly the same, right? There's lots of subtle variations between them. And my understanding is the only way to generate that path is from the geometry of the solar system.
You know, I mean,
what the hell is the geometry of the solar system? What the hell is that? You don't even know what they're in. You can't appeal to anything in a second law of thermodynamics violation. What the hell are you doing, sir?
Well, not everybody believes that.
Believes? It ain't believe. There's no belief in it. It's a second law of thermodynamics violation. There's no vacuum there. What the fuck?
There's no gas next to a vacuum either.
There's no, what the fuck?
Yeah, the vacuum just slowly.
That's bullshit. That's a second law. You don't know the second law of thermodynamics, son.
I'm no thermodynamics expert, but what we see in the atmosphere, right,
I am. It's a good thing I am. It's a good thing I am then.
Okay, so why do we have a gradient in the atmosphere?
Why do we have a gradient? Which comes first, dumbass? A fucking gas pressure or gas pressure gradient? X or delta X? Which comes first?
We need gas first, right?
Yeah, gas pressure. Show gas pressure without a container.
And so we've got. We'll give you that, right? We've got gas in the atmosphere.
Oh, you'll give me that. Thank you. Welcome to Flat Earth. Snacks are in the back. Bathrooms on the left. DJ spinning requests. Smoke them if you got them. You're done.
Why is there a gradient?
You're done. Why is there a pressure gradient from 2016? Huh? Fuck off.
Why doesn't it go to 0?
Like your IQ.
It's very close, right?
Yeah, it sure does.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, man. Are you trying to say it asymptotically wanes like your IQ?
Yep, that's what he said.
Well, I mean, you guys want to make this argument, well, it goes down, it must just keep going down. Okay, well, you don't even think it goes to zero, so you don't actually believe what you're saying.
Yep.
Well, interstellar space is very close to zero, but there's a bit
Well, why does it stop? Why does it stop going down?
There's a distinction, right?
Why does it stop going down, Dazza? Because there's a container?
No, because there's stuff. Well, the container might be the edge of the universe, right?
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
Shout out to Professor Phil.
Shout out to Professor Phil. My God.
Do you really think there's an edge to the universe?
I don't know. I'm not great at cosmology, but there is no need.
Then why are you talking about it? If you're not great with cosmology, why are you talking about any of these things?
Yeah, right.
Hey, guys.
Local to the Earth.
Check this out. Second law of thermodynamics.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you just learned a cookie, man. Cookie.
That is sticking precious, ain't it?
Love it.
So can you guys explain the gradient in terms of the second law?
No gradient. We already went over this. Fuck your gradient. Where do you get gas pressure from in the first place?
You're denying that there's a pressure
No,
gradient?
I'm not denying. You're whistling past the graveyard with a dumbass red herring fallacy that we all learned in 3rd grade. That's not our question. Our question is, how do you have gas pressure first without containment? Deal with that right now.
You just need to have gas, right? And then the pressure.
No, you need to have gas pressure.
So if we were to wind the clock back to the beginning of time, right, for the Earth, and gas was starting to develop on the surface, right?
Really?
Can we
How so?
that?
How so?
From heat and vaporization thing.
No, you don't have that because according to quantum mechanics, without a knower, there is no matter energy.
Okay. So can you explain what pressure?
No, I'm not explaining shit to you. Let's get back to the topic.
Are you saying that the gases are created on the surface of the Earth?
Just give me creation so that I can tell you how it wasn't created.
So yeah, so that's my understanding, Indy, that most of the gases, some would probably.
Well, that answers your question on why there's a created.
But why? No, it doesn't.
It's fusion.
Stop calling him Indy.
Oh, whatever.
I just watched that, by the way.
He's not your fucking girlfriend.
Okay, so secondarily, Dazza, I want to ask you a question that I think it was Sonny that came up with this. I don't know if I'm giving the wrong attribution. Do you think gravity causes phases of matter to change phase?
Not normally, no.
Gravity?
In any situation? You think gravity can cause gas to turn into liquid?
Gravity? What the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah, I guess it could if it's generating enough pressure, right?
What the fuck is gravity? What the fuck? Why am I getting an echo? Let's get back on the topic. Let's get back on the fucking topic in this bullshit gravity that Sonny or somebody else gave. How do you have gas pressure without containment? Hey, Batman. Thanks. Who in the fuck?
I thought it was Black Mage, so I muted him again, but it seems like it's somebody else too.
I got his vital.
So, again, for the 8th time, how do you have gas pressure without a container?
You need something to resist the pressure of the gas.
Resist the pressure of? That makes no sense. Define gas pressure.
It is the force exerted by a gas.
That's not, and?
Rest of it?
That's it.
No, that's not it. Citation, please. Citation, please. That's not it.
It's the kinetic theory of gases, right?
It's not, yeah, what does the kinetic... Hold on. Why are you fucking interrupting me?
Because I am. You said citation. Do you want him to give a citation or do you want to continue?
He said kinetic molecular theory of gases is what he said. Guess what the kinetic molecular theory of gases says? Guess what it says? Observations about pressure may be explained using the following ideas. The rapid motion and collisions of molecules with the walls of the container causes pressure. So
it causes pressure on the container, right?
So again, my question is, how do you have gas pressure without a container?
You can have gas pressure anytime you can resist the force of the gas.
No, that's bullshit.
Yes.
That's not it. That's not it, son. That's not it.
So let's have a look at the container wall, QE. What is happening?
Container wall. We don't have to have a look at the container wall. We can just define gas pressure right fucking here. Right? Kinetic molecular theory that you appeal to says the walls of the container causes. See it right there? It's underlined and bolded. Causes pressure.
Yeah.
So NASA, shut the fuck up. Elmhurst, chemistry department, university type 1H. The pressure of a gas is forced. Shut your fucking mouth.
Hold on. All right, Dazza, we're going to mute you so you can read a citation, which is respectable because he actually has one to read, unlike you. All right, go ahead, bro.
Gas pressure from University of Elmhurst, chemistry department. The pressure of a gas is the force that the gas exerts on the walls of its container. From NASA, gas pressure. The molecules are in constant random motion and frequently collide with each other in the walls of a container. Because the molecules are in motion, a gas will expand to fill the container. Since density is defined to be the mass divided by the volume, density depends directly on the size of the container in which a fixed mass of gas is confined. 3 sentences for gas pressure. 3 containers. Your appeal to kinetic molecular theory explanation of Boyle's gas law. Observations about pressure may be explained using the following ideas. The rapid motion and collision of molecules with the walls of the container. This is the key fucking word. Causes pressure. Causes it. Without the cause, the container, you have no gas pressure. It's fucking really simple. Pressure is proportional to the number of molecular collisions and the force of the collisions in a particular area. The more collisions of gas molecules with the what? The container walls, the higher the pressure. And finally, Chem-Lieber text. Gas pressure. Pressure is caused by gas molecules hitting the walls of the container. That's the part you left out. So, without the cause, the container, there can be no gas pressure. Simple.
All right. Sounds pretty conclusive. Let's see if Dazza has a counterexample of a citation to the contrary wise. Don't hold your breath. All right, Dazza, it's all you.
I see what you did there.
So I don't disagree with those citations, right? The collision of the molecules.
You have a citation for the fact that you disagreed?
No, I'm just going to use QE's citations. That's fine. So the couple of them mentioned the fact that the force on the container wall is caused by the kinetic energy of the gas and the gas colliding with the container wall, right? That's the fundamental force involved here. So it is that kinetic energy of the gas that is critical, right?
No,
we
the
need
container
that
is
as well.
No, the compelling factor in the matter. No, it's not. No, it's not. The compelling factor in the matter is the walls of the container.
Yeah. So I'm not disagreeing with that, right?
What causes you can't disagree with it, you fucking idiot?
So the gas.
So you're a fucking moron. So what causes gas pressure?
I gave you your chance.
What causes gas pressure? What causes gas pressure?
Mute him. Somebody mute him.
What causes gas pressure?
You're getting wrecked.
Colliding with a wall or a container or something.
A wall of what?
Anything.
Can't you fucking read? Are you illiterate?
You need to take this.
What causes gas pressure according to the kinetic molecular theory and Chem-Lieber text? What causes gas pressure?
Gas colliding with something.
Just mute him. Fuck off. You're a retard clown. Fuck off. Fuck off. You're a clown. You're a pretender clown. You're a fucking idiot. I just exposed you. It's over. It's over. You're done. Bye. Let you finish. We ain't gonna let you fucking finish, you fucking idiot. Because it's right there for everyone to see. Fuck off. You're a moron. You're a fucking idiot. You don't know what gas pressure is. You don't know what the second law of thermodynamics is. You don't know what cosmology is. You don't know what predictions are. You're a fucking retard. Now shut the fuck up.
No. You're incapable of having a simple conversation.
Shut the fuck up.
Dazza, what's your response? What's your response to that?
To what? The tirade of insults or
the gas pressure causing what?
Gas pressure. So here's what happens.
Here's what. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. No. Weak as fuck. I just exposed you. Hey, Wes is in the corner fucking belly laughing at your dumbass. Shut the fuck up.
Both of you are kind of funny, actually.
Shut the fuck up.
Do we ever not shut up Monday? We don't need your freaking commentary. So it's very funny that you guys get asked direct questions and you fucking dance. You dance around instead of just directly answering. It's the walls of a container. It's not disputable.
It kind of is, Indy.
You think it's disputable whether gas pressure means the force exerted on the walls of a container, I guess? You think that's disputable?
And I know QE is going to insult me over this one as well, but if you...
I ask you a direct question, dude. Is it disputable?
Gas pressure.
I think it is, dude. It's like, how about you read like a children's book where it's like air pressure is caused by it's just like it's a different level of abstraction. It's absolutely debatable. It's absolutely debatable. It's absolutely debatable.
You're absolutely retarded. You're absolutely retarded. You're absolutely retarded. This is a children's book. We're talking about NASA, Elmhurst Chemistry Department, and the fucking Chem-Lieber text, you moron.
You have a citation. No, you guys aren't going to deflect from my line.
I mean, that's like literally in a chemistry context, right? And in chemistry context is not physics.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Look, if you have, that's what I said. Is this disputable? If you say yes, fine. Give us citations that fucking dispute it. Thank you.
Okay.
So I did provide a citation. I posted something from Noah. I posted something from Noah. Scroll up. It was a link. If you
no, it's a citation, dude.
Yeah, if you click on it, it explains the hydrostatic equation.
I don't want an explanation.
It literally gives you the integral that calculates. Literally, the math is literally in.
What is hydrostatics, you fucking retard?
Oh my God, bro! It's just to calculate if you have a fluid.
Deal with gas.
Just go to the fucking retard. Just go to the fucking. Just read it, bro.
Hydrostatics deal with gas pressure, dumb fuck.
Just read it.
Just read it.
Look, stupid.
You don't know what hydrostatics are. Shut the fuck up.
Very simple. Gases and liquids don't have the same degrees of freedom. It don't behave the same. It isn't the kinetic. Shut up,
fucking idiot.
Shut up, dude. It's not the kinetic theory of fluids. It's the kinetic theory of gases. Because gases have unique behavior. Unique. You know what it means? Unique.
It's literally about air pressure. Again, click on it, read it, click on it, read it. It's about air pressure, dude. It's literally the
It's literally
what is it calculating? What is it
air pressure at any height in the atmosphere is due to the
There's a paradox.
Listen to me.
Listen.
Air pressure at any height in the atmosphere is due to the per unit area. Per unit area exerted by the weight of all the air at that height.
What is hydrostatic equilibrium, dumb fuck? Somebody shut his dumb fuck ass up.
Pressure decreases with decreasing height above the ground.
You fucking moron.
Yeah, I just muted Shoal because this is becoming very chaotic. So Shoal keeps asking us to read his thing. Quantum Eraser asked him to summarize it. So should we let him give us a short summary? Okay, I didn't hear it, Indio, because there's too much chaos. Tell us what he said.
Yeah. So, well, he said he gave us the explanation for how there's gas pressure. But the thing is, Shoal, if you were listening to your own words, you would notice that they just arbitrarily jump from mass and weight to gas pressure. How does mass and weight correlate to a gas pressure? Can you give us the conversion? How do I get mass and weight into gas pressure?
Yeah, I mean, it's all in here.
What's the conversion, dude?
Mass and weight into air pressure, so the downward gravity. Well, it uses gravity, but you're not going to acknowledge this again.
Yeah, so how do I get gas pressure?
Because just the simple fact that you just refuse to accept that gravity exists.
Stop talking about me and answer my question. How do you get pressure?
You can't even believe in conservation of energy.
You're talking about me again. You're talking about me again. How do you get?
You need to have gravity.
Shut the fuck up.
The actual mass used is necessary.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so
conservation of momentum. Like he knows about this shit. You fucking retard.
I had to mute you, Shoal, because Indio asked you a direct question and you didn't answer it.
Fuck no, he didn't.
So the point of this exercise was they have a point of contention on what the definition of gas pressure is. They still have not come up with an alternative definition of gas pressure.
Hydrostatics. The dumb fuck doesn't even. What does hydrostatic mean, you fucking idiot?
Do you have an alternative definition of gas pressure, Shoal? Do you, Dazza? Because am I unmuted now? Am I unmuted now? You have an alternative definition of gas.
Am I unmuted now?
Oh, shut up. Jesus Christ. You're like literally fucking berging over here. Shut the fuck up.
Shoal, do you have an alternative definition of gas pressure?
Yes, you can calculate that, and it's based. You need to use gravity.
We don't calculate definitions, dummy. We don't calculate definitions. What's the definition?
Okay,
that's complete contention. Dazza's arguing with what gas pressure means. Okay, he's saying
yes. I mean, the important part about this.
Definition. Yeah, are you talking about? What is wrong with you?
Shut this fucking clown up.
Yeah, somebody else muted you there, Shoal. We had to have a coherent conversation there, so which is not happening.
Every time. What the fuck?
So when you post your alternative definition of gas pressure in the chat, you'll be unmuted. Until such time, you'll stay muted.
Yeah, but don't hold your fucking breath. Post hydrostatics again, you fucking retard.
What does the argument about gas pressure have to do with the flat Earth, though?
That was the subject. There was a subtopic that came up from cosmology.
Who's that new person asking?
Monday, dumb fuck down here, Mr. Fucking.
Well, that's rude. Come on, relax.
Oh, that's rude. Oh, what are you, Nancy?
No, I'm
You're
just.
fucking
I don't even know you.
Mr. Color Commentary White Knight that came in and interrupted the discussion. Shut your fucking mouth. Fuck. Shut the fuck up.
Let's calm down. Like Monday, I don't know if he's sincerely a new person or if he just came in here in the middle of the whole thing.
White Knighted. Let me fucking update you. He came in, interrupted the discussion between Indio and Dazza, and Indio muted her. Right? That's the summary. So he's Mr. Color Commentary White Knight. That's the summary.
Thank you for the summary, Kiwi.
You're welcome.
Okay, Dazza.
What are you waiting for?
Hold on, dude. Your own.
Mommy's chest.
Shut up, you wench. Okay, Dazza. We're not doing your personal definition.
Hey, my sweet little boy.
Thank you.
Inky.
Yeah, shit, dude. There was the third one. They always come in threes.
They'll wait till you start talking.
Well, Kosho just showed up.
Oh my God, no fucking.
You've got to be kidding me.
Where are they all coming from today? I mean, it's like they had a meeting and said, let's raid.
Fucking Kosho.
They totally did. Yeah, and then their meeting, they said, and use the flat earther's name every other sentence, because that's what they do, so we should do that too.
Where the fuck is this clown?
These people are really full of themselves. Holy fuck.
Oh, imagine that.
More side commentary from the Sped.
Okay,
He's got a lot of opinions about things you don't know anything about. It's crazy.
So we're going to get that alternative definition for gas pressure in citation. The dumb fuck sent a source. He sent a link. He doesn't even know what a citation is. That's that Monday dumb fuck.
Dumb fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't know the difference between a citation and a fucking whole source or a reference. Post a citation. He sends a link. What a fucking moron. Did you graduate high school? Fucking clowns.
Yeah, they just graduate everyone now.
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
No, literally.
I can testify.
So you ask for a freaking definition and you get their personal ideas.
Or hydrostatics. What a fucking doofus.
And then the source just like the gravity and the mass and the weight, and that all pulls down, and boom, you have gas pressure. Like, how did you get there?
Yeah,
dude, did you hear him? No, you're yelling.
No, I heard him. I heard him when I was fucking screaming at him.
Listen to this. QE citations are fine. Just don't use the literal interpretation of container. It's anything that allows a collision to occur or prevents the gas molecule from freely continuing on its way.
He's a retard.
What about wall? If you don't have a container, then what's the wall? Idiot.
May Wen, how does a flat earther define container? Or how does a flirther, whatever the fuck that, define a physical fucking barrier? May Wen?
Are you there, May Wen? Go ahead.
Did you see that, dude? So gas pressure is the sum of molecules in an accelerated state. It's just getting worse.
Oh, by the way, no, go ahead, Mary Mom.
You gotta elbow your way in here. Like, there's no other way.
I was just going to say, and then QE can continue, that May Wen, I don't know if May Wen knew that he won the award for the best Ladies' Night guest yesterday, so congrats on that.
That's important.
It is, I know. Thank you for letting me say it.
I think that was an authorized interruption.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, QE.
So these gas molecules are accelerating, and acceleration requires a force, right? What's the force? What's that force called? Oh, baller, dumb fucks. What is that force? Or it's just a force, or are you going to name that?
Want me to unmute him?
I don't know who said it.
It was Monday who said it.
Monday, dumb fuck. He ain't going to know.
I know. Let's try it anyway.
Gotta get him. Get him.
Whoa. That's rude.
Shut the fuck up, Nancy. What's the force called? What's the force called? Let's say we got liquid water on the surface of the earth. This is going to ring true. It's going to come back and haunt your dumbass. So we got fucking water on the surface of the earth, and the sun all of a sudden comes out, right, and it breaks the hydrogen bonds in the water, and the water turns to gas, and the gas goes up. It accelerates. What's that force called?
Well, it's definitely a force.
Well, it's you're stuttering fucking full. Well, it's
respond exactly the way you want me to respond. Obviously, we're two different people. Why is this guy still even allowed to talk? This guy's just been berating everybody for like.
Because Monday, it's very obvious that you don't have any clue what the hell you're talking about.
Why are you even talking? I'm not even talking to you. Number one. Number two, this guy's been berating everyone in this call for the past.
You asked a question, and he answered you. You asked a question, and Indio answered you.
Yeah, I've been berating people in this call for cause because they're pretender clowns like you.
Cause? No, I think you're just a fat jerk.
No, yeah.
You're just a fat jerk. You have no respect for someone like me.
The answer's not no.
I've done nothing but respect you. You're just a fat jerk, and you should have a long ass.
So how do you have gas pressure without a container?
Monday, you came in. You're such a liar. You came in rudely, making commentary about this chat before you had even.
Stop talking over me. Monday. Yeah, object retard. That fucker got projectile diarrhea in the mouth, just like all these fucking retard globers got. They all got the same disease. That mega wizard, you fucking idiot. Come off mute. Come off mute. You kept on fucking interrupting when everyone was talking. Now the floor is yours, dumb fuck. Please post best scientific evidence for your globe. Mega wizard, the white dumb fuck.
Oh, yeah. So, Monday.
Yeah.
So you came into this chat right away and started making commentary about what was happening in the chat, even though you're only here 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So don't play victim when you came in being rude, which is why you're being treated rudely.
Shut your fucking mouth, Monday.
Stop playing victim when you're an asshole.
Nancy. And stay there. Now, Mega Wizard the White, Mr. fucking Savior, Mr. Helper. He went on deaf and kick his fucking ass out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Before I stick my wolf pups on your dumb ass.
Any globers? Any globers?
Why is he fucking still sitting in here? He probably left on his own.
No, I can trash him.
What's up, dumbass goose? You had your way with the ladies, right? Last night you're in here with the ladies. Why don't you try to spread some of that? Why don't you try to spread some of that dumbass horse shit now?
So I did a couple article searches on the second law of thermodynamics.
Oh, really? That's amazing. What'd you come up with?
I think you're wrong.
I was wrong about what?
All of it.
Oh, just all of it. Just a hand wave dismissal. Really? You fucking imbecile, dumb fuck of the year. Just all of it. You're just all of it. What is the second law of thermodynamics, dumb fuck? I want a brief description and the equation right now. You have 10 seconds. 10. 6.
Yeah, nothing screams IQ as shouting on the
5.
Discord.
4.
Oh, more social commentary for someone who's
tell me yours, and I'll tell you
one. Fuck off, dumbass clown. You're exposed.
I thought you read a couple articles. Don't you have the tab still open? Ghost, don't you still have the tab open? You read a couple articles.
I read a couple articles since I talked to you last, and I think you're wrong.
About what? Everything.
We just need some details, Goose. Give us one thing.
He doesn't fucking know what the second law is.
So we go to the definition.
Fucking shit. We need. It's
okay, what was inaccurate about it?
Holy fuck, Indio.
Sorry. Well, he said it was inaccurate. I want to know. I want to get specifics out of this guy.
Why? Are you two fucking guys like baller life preservers?
Yes, they are.
Baller
because they want to keep the chat going.
A basketball player or
something? Plus he knows, yeah.
You know why they draw Florida?
So after I fucking destroy them down to their core, let's give them another chance.
I'm a sucker for second chances.
Well, see, you're executing too quickly. Like, we used to draw quarter people from the region.
Yep. The more grotesque the demise, the more of a warning it is.
All right, what the fuck? I guess I'm going
to... he just said everything, dude.
Holy fuck.
He said everything... Yeah, well, he said everything you said was wrong. Everything. That means he is going to need to be the epitome of perfection to show that you're wrong.
First, he's going to have to state each thing I said. So start off with one thing that I said, and then prove it wrong.
Go ahead, be specific. It's your time to shine, man.
Oh, boy.
All right, everyone, take a gander at the chat. I actually will be posting a ChatGPT description of entry.
Fuck you, dumb fuck.
And
ChatGPT.
Holy crap, dude. All right, new rules. Goose, what you need to do is give us a citation. Any citation at all. It could be about cooking. It could be about basket weaving. As long as it's an actual citation from primary sources and not some stupid AI on the internet, dude. Any citation at all, you pick.
If you don't know what a citation is, ask ChatGPT.
So according to ChatGPT, I actually have a citation pulled up here, 1989, from a Oxford University Press.
Hey, dumb fuck, you just hung yourself. You idiot of a moron. Let me use ChatGPT. For what?
Idiot of a moron.
What? Because ChatGPT is a fucking train wreck, dude. You're a fucking
for fuck's sake, are you too short for your microphone? Stop shouting, you twat.
You fucking idiot of a dumb fuck. And, by the way, what you pulled up here at 30 minutes after the hour is the same thing I've been saying for over 25 fucking years.
25 years? Is that when you,
Shut your fucking mouth. Don't you fucking talk to me. Don't you fucking dare. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Oh my god, dude. The title of an article or a work is not a citation, dude. What the heck?
Yeah, you failed right there. Good job.
I trust ChatGPT more than you, brother.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I'm a professionally licensed teacher, dude. So I trust myself more than you're
stupid AI, dude. What are we working with?
Oh, no, your mom's in the lingerie closet.
Look, that thing you cited, Goose, by Roger Penrose, has nothing to do with thermodynamics.
Well, ChatGPT told me that's a citation, so I feel like it's...
ChatGPT gets citations wrong all the time. Okay, in this book, Roger Penrose, and I'm just doing this from memory, dude. I don't need GPT to tell me. Roger Penrose makes the argument that the consciousness is an effect of quantum mechanics, using an argument of microtubules. Do you know what any of that crap is?
Yeah, I do.
No, it has nothing to do with quantum. It has nothing to do with thermodynamics. Nothing. About consciousness.
Give me a couple seconds so I can actually ask.
Why don't you try reading the work, right? And then from the work, pick out a body of text with quotation marks at the beginning and the end, and then bring that back with your title that you cited it from, and then maybe you might have a citation.
Look, bro, like seriously.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
I want to take a little gander at my new citation.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb. You fucking shut up right now. AI's been in the background with his point for over 20 fucking minutes that this guy doesn't even know what a citation is.
Have
you ever written a paper regarding Emily Forman?
Clown of a dumb fuck.
Yeah, so thermodynamics is one of the ways that they can make the quantum collapse, but there's also other theories that
You're not making the collapse away from
I read the paper.
Thermodynamics, you fucking retard. Who the fuck are you? Shut your fucking mouth.
What paper? What paper did you read?
The dismissal of his analysis.
I just came into the conversation.
Shut the fuck up.
You're talking about orchestrated reduction.
You dumb fuck. Good try though.
You're talking about orchestrated reduction.
You're talking about
microtubule within the cytoskeletal structure of neurons.
Really?
Yeah, I read the paper.
I'm talking about the book. Dumb fuck, the book.
Oh, I read the paper.
The book that was cited.
He read the paper, bro. He doesn't need to read the whole book, brother.
Hey,
I can link the paper. I have it on my computer if you want it.
The paper came out of the book.
Holy fucking shit, Indio. Shut that fucking goose dumb fuck up. Not him. Not the other dumb fuck microtubules. Idiot dumb fuck. Goose, put that motherfucker on mute because he's interrupting the conversation. He's already been proven a retard. Let's get to no one. No brains, dumb fuck. So, what is your complaint against Indio? No one. Hey, mods, wake up. Goose.
Yeah, can we get a mute on this quantum eraser guy?
Hey, no, I'm your Huckleberry, you dumb fuck.
No, we're not muting him.
I know, I'm just kidding. I know he's like some like Spurg or whatever. But
I'll give you Spurg. I'm the fucking paterfamilias, son. I am your Huckleberry. You pretender clown fucking retard. Okay. So, Mr. Dumb Fuck, can you show, back to the topic, gas pressure without a container?
No, I really don't care about that.
Oh, you don't care about that?
No, we're talking about orchestra reduction.
Thermodynamics is dumb fuck. Yeah, talk right through me. You got that shit right. Hey, dumb fuck, no one. Second law of thermodynamics. Before we get the microtubules, which you haven't fucking clue about. No one, no brains, no brains. What is the second law of thermodynamics? A brief description in the equation.
What is gravity?
10 fucking seconds.
Entropy.
10, 9.
There it is, entropy.
8, 7, 6, 5.
I gave it to you in one word.
4.
It's entropy. It's essentially
3,
entropy.
2, 1. Mute this dumb fuck right now. He's a pretender clown. Mute him. Bye.
Yeah, so I want to say something. Goes. If you're just reading ChatGPT, what do we need you for?
Well, I take.
Yeah, what are you for? Are you the stenographer for the AI?
Kind of, yeah. So what I do, I parse.
Yeah, we can just do that ourselves. Like, why retype it? Like, why?
No. I parse the information and I use my head. And
you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. You said, hold on.
For example, this guy's trying to disprove what.
Don't lose the topic. Shut that fucking idiot up. Don't lose the topic, Indio. He said that everything I've said about the second law is wrong. So first, he's got to post something that I've said about the second law. Right? Make sense? Indio, focus now.
Yeah, I'm focused. I'm gonna ask. Listen, Ghost, this is your chance to shine again. He said everything he said is wrong, so you can pick out any random thing he said about second law thermodynamics, and that'll be wrong because you said everything he said. So give a specific, with specificity, what he said, preferably an exact quotation. Okay, not a straw man. What he said, how it's wrong, why it's wrong, and post a citation that demonstrates it's wrong. If you're not going to do that, you're just going to get back on your feet.
And you better do it fucking quick.
Can you handle that?
Try it now.